my name is Shana. This is my tiny house. Her name is Fern Louise. I have been living here since September of last year, and I'd like to show you around. Come on in. So welcome in. Right here is my little living room. It's about 4 feet by 7.5. I have a TV. I'm normal, I guess you could say. I have all the creature comforts. It's just kind of all shoved into 103.5 square feet. I have a double sofa. I had the cushions custom made, and the whole frame, I measured my legs and my seat height so that for the builder, I was able to tell them like how tall I wanted it. So it was very, very custom. They also have storage on each end, and this whole bottom part lifts up. So tons of storage. I have adjustable shelves because I have a lot of like antiques, antique books, things I want to showcase because I don't want to live without anything. I want to just showcase everything I love. On the other side of the living room, I have a desk that doubles as a 4-person dining table. So it can pull out and I can seat 2 people on the couch. I have this chair and then another person can sit anywhere they want. So this is something that was a must-have when I was designing the tiny house. I wanted a fireplace. I'm from Texas, so I'm not used to being able to have a fireplace going. And the thought of having my dream house, I was like, I have to have a little stove. And this is actually called a tiny wood stove, so it's like ideal for this space. I wanted it up so it was almost at eye level, so I could like watch the TV and see the fire at the same time. So they lifted it up, and I have a ton of wood storage underneath so I don't have to go outside every time I need to start a fire. I have a mini split that is AC and heat, so it's backup for my tiny wood stove when I don't want to burn it. This house was built as much for me as it was for my dogs. I had, of course, to put in a double insulated doggy door. I wanted them to be able to access the outside no matter the temperature. They love going outside and sunning. Usually I have the door open as well. And as you can see, they're very, very comfortable. They jump up on everything, so they love it in here. And they just got a brand new little doggy bed, so they're pretty much in heaven. I got a job offer to move and teach abroad in Vienna, Austria. I was kind of shocked because I'd never thought this would happen, and that's why I love teaching in a way, because it does give you different opportunities around the world. While I was living in Vienna, I knew that I wanted to move back to the States, but I was pretty sure I didn't want to move back to Texas because me and the heat don't really mix. So I looked at a few different cities around the US that fit certain criteria. I wanted like tiny house friendly, I wanted snow in seasons, I wanted like bike or walk friendly, kind of small town but with things happening. So I had 4 different options, and Durango won. So I contacted Greg with Rocky Mountain Tiny Homes, and in Vienna I was designing and having this house built. So a couple months after I got back, I was able to move into my dream home. The kitchen is almost the exact same length as the living room. It's 4 feet. I tried to design it very minimalist. I lived in Europe last year, and I liked how you couldn't really see any of the appliances. So underneath here, I have my trash can and, of course, dog food. I have 3 really large drawers. One is a pantry. I mean, just tons of storage. I don't know if you want to see inside of all of them, but you can, because I'm not really scared. All my main dishes I use every day are up here. This is a antique. This is what my grandma painted. So I try to showcase things that really are very, very important to me. Here's the other side of my kitchen. I have a small fridge, but to me it's perfectly big enough. I have a full freezer section and a stocked fridge. But I like it that it's hidden. You don't have to see anything, and that's exactly what I wanted. I have what's called an appliance garage for my oven. So it's very handy and of course streamlined. And then all of my pots and pans, and that's the dog's food below. I have a Berkey, but I feel like this is a must-have. There go my dogs barking because there's people outside. This right here, I do collect some things, and I love to display magnets from everywhere I've traveled. He's very annoying. Wally, good boy. Anyway, so I got some metal, spray painted it, and mounted it. That way I can kind of look at all my memories. In my tiny house, I still feel that I have a ton of closet space. This one's about 1.5 feet, and this one's 2 feet. So for 103 square feet, I have plenty of storage. And if you want to come look, I'll show you that I have way more space than I even need. So clothes, and I have plenty. I mean, honestly, like I could put in double what I have. All my winter clothes, and I have to have them handy because I sold my car. I walk everywhere, so I have to look like an Eskimo walking around when it's winter. I have 2 rows of shoes, so yes, I still have shoes. Back here is my tankless hot water heater, which is one of the best inventions ever. This side, the bigger closet, tons of space, full-length mirror, and I have almost 2 shelves that are completely empty. So I feel like I have even more room than I thought I would. And last but not least is the bathroom. I have a vintage barn door that's on, I guess, a barn slider. I have a normal flush toilet, 2 built-in shelves above, and I have an air ventilation system. I found out that this was very important since I live in such a small space, that the air needs to circulate. I want to have clean air for both me and the dogs. And it also doubles as a bathroom fan for when I take a shower. So that's handy. I have a nice big shower. Tankless hot water heater, like I said earlier. I mean, I don't need anything else. And I was gonna put a sink right here, but I thought, why not just walk 2 steps to that sink and save space and put a really pretty window in its place. Okay, so that was the first floor, and then we're gonna go up to the bedroom loft. Welcome to the loft. I have a queen size bed. I have built-in bookshelves, which house my cloth bound classics collection. So that's my second collection in this tiny house. I have my journals. I have my painting of my dogs that my mom got me for one Christmas. I have 2 big windows, and one is like an emergency exit window. I feel like it's everything I need. Thank you so much for checking out my tiny house. I hope you loved it. If anyone is on the fence of whether or not that they should go tiny, I 110% recommend it. These houses are so fully customizable. It has everything you want. You're saving so much on bills, mortgage, everything. It's wonderful, it's clutter-free, and it's life-changing.